Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, good day, good moment to you, wherever and whenever you are on this sweet, wild, sacred earth. I'm Julie Ling, and this is the Voice of Wonder. Thank you for joining me. I invite you to relax, to just settle into this moment, this now, here, letting any thoughts you might have been tangled up in let go, letting yourself settle like the stardust that you are into this body made of the stuff of stars, settling into your heart, your solar plexus, your central sun that glows inside of you, and finally into the singing bowl of your hips. May you resonate there and settle in at home like the most comfortable, easy chair you've ever sat in. Let the flute open your heart and call you in. Welcome. Welcome into your own body. Welcome into this moment that will never come again. Moment that is all there is and that will never come again. May you be here a little more fully, a little more completely. I invite you to notice the breath as it breathes you, coming in like a rising tide and falling away like the tide recedes, rising and falling and just letting it come and go. Noticing that you are being breathed. The most essential, most important thing is of all already here for you. It's funny, I'm recording this really late. I always have them done in the morning, and except tonight. Tonight I'm here, it's almost 11 o'clock my time. And I was so agitated and activated for about 12, 15, 16 hours from about 7:30 last night until about 12:30 today, a little later, that I couldn't settle and sit down. I just kept flying off my own handle. And the thing I was able to do was to what someone once said to me was, "Oh, you're angry, so look at how you rode the red carpet of anger, like a flying carpet, kind of red carpet." And I did. I used it. I used the energy of it to go through papers I'd been looking at and just going, "Oh, I can't. It's too much. I don't have my glasses on. I can't read these." Like I couldn't put my glasses on and read them. I went through things that I'd been meaning to go through for weeks and months. And it was easy. There was no part of me dithering. Should I, shouldn't I don't want to, maybe later. No, it was like bam, bam, bam. And this space is next, but my room is so clean and clear and feels so good. And as I work through my anger, and a big part of what comes up for me is feeling like I used to feel like It just wasn't okay for me to be angry or for anybody else to be angry with me. And both things had happened. Someone I know had been angry with me, said some things that didn't seem true to me at all, that she decided about me. She thought about me, and I had reacted, flown off the handle, reacted instead of responding, and not acted the way that I liked. And the thing I keep talking about, how meanness is a person in pain expressing that pain, I couldn't even access. I could find no compassion for her. None. Zero. I was just mad. And I really hated that. And then the critic came on and I started beating myself up about it. What? You talk about this and you can't do it? What the hell's wrong with you? That didn't help. And I just want to invite you to notice, where is it that you can't access that? And to meet that part of you with kindness, with grace. Because that part of you is in pain and responding the only way it can in the moment. What I found was the more I beat myself up, the more miserable I became, and the more frantically I cleaned and sorted things, although I'm happy to have that done. The one thing I could hold on to was that I was riding the red carpet, or maybe the red tiger of anger, and using that energy. And I think it's different for most men. In this culture, it's what's been handed down is men get mad, women get sad. Men have free reign to be angry. And women, if we're angry, if we're mad, if we express that, we're bitches. It sucks. And men who are sad, they're wusses and worse. And it isn't fair to anybody, and it won't change unless we question it. And so this is me beginning to question it. On the vibrational scale, shame is the lowest energy you can hold and still be alive on the planet. And there are several spaces in between. Anger is way up from there. And what happens to a lot of women I know, and used to happen to me, and still did yesterday and this morning, is we get to anger, and then we're like, oh no, I can't be in anger. That's wrong. That's bad. That's mean. No, I can't be that. And then we push ourselves back down into guilt, into shame, or at least into sadness, where there's very little energy accessible and not much can be done from there. And so then we work our way back up, hit anger, and come crashing back down. And it doesn't work. That trick never works, Bullwinkle. It just doesn't work. And so I want to invite you to consider the possibility that anger maybe isn't a place you want to stay. There's this metaphor Abraham offers, I've heard so many times, about if you're going to drive from Phoenix to San Diego, you got to go through Yuma. And if you get to Yuma and go, ooh, I'm in Yuma. Sorry if I'm offending anyone from Yuma or wherever. Ew, I'm here. I don't want to be here. And you go back, you will never make it to San Diego. And yet, so many of us and so many women get to anger. And then we go back. We go back to Phoenix. And we will never make it to San Diego or wherever it is we want to go. Just sit with that for a minute. Let me adjust the flute. Oh, that's why it's giving me that funny thing there. I'm not suggesting that you take the anger and you hurl it like a fireball at the person who may be the object or the catalyst of it. I am suggesting that you ride the red carpet of your own anger and use it to fuel things that you have been wanting to do, needing to do, meaning to do, and for whatever reason, blowing off, pushing away. Oh, I don't have time right now. Oh, it's too hard. No, I don't have the bandwidth. No, I have to have my glasses on, and I couldn't possibly put my glasses on to go through these papers. Whatever that is for you. When you are in that state of anger, those things disappear like garbage cans going down the road at 60 miles an hour. Pew, pew, pew. They just go by and you can power through. There is nothing wrong with being angry. It is a normal human emotion. It tells us when our boundaries have been crossed. It tells us when we are not getting something we need. And for me, often it takes some processing before I can see what that is, and I can ride that red carpet to get so many things done that are physically and metaphorically in my way. When we clear our space, it frees up so much energy to do things. So I invite you to ride the red carpet of anger, to ride the red carpet of anger and let it bulldoze through, power through, zoom through things that you have been putting off and resisting, because there's no resistance in anger. It's a straight path. And most of us have been taught you use it at somebody. You don't have to use it at somebody. If you're skillful enough to be in the anger and be present and say what you need, great. And if you're not, I invite you to use it to clear the path, to clear things that are in your ways. So you have the mental, energetic space to be able to find what boundary was crossed or what you need. And that often takes some work, and that's okay. But you are never wrong for being angry or mad. You get to choose how you use it. And if you can't use it skillfully with that person, step away and use it to power through something else. Ride that wave. It's energy. It's powerful energy. You don't have to stay there, but you can use it to get to San Diego or wherever you want to go. You can surf this wave. And that's my desire for you. Different flute. No, this one. And the thing that I found after working through it and powering through it and doing all the things, my room feels so good. It feels so clear. I'm so happy to be in it. I want to do more things. And I was able to look and see what was my part of the exchange that went south. How I had made decisions about the other person, decided they were true, and looked for proof of them. And now I can let that go. And either way, now I have this clear space to be in and the momentum to continue to clearing that room. And then I'm going to bring myself in here and get it all clean and clear. And I think part of what happened for me was that I wasn't feeling like I deserved it. I wasn't feeling worthy of it. And something about riding that wave of anger just bypassed it. And even as I was saying mean things to myself, it was like, well, maybe that's true. And I may be a bad person, and I'm going to have a vacuum floor. And I'm going to have paper sorted through, and I'm going to have this done. And it was a way for me to temper the critical voice with, yeah, maybe so. And I'm going to do this too, instead of pushing against it, instead of fighting with it. So I invite you to try it. See what happens. see what shifts. And on the other side of it, I have this sense of clarity, this sense of joy, this sense of flow, this sense of eagerness to do kind things for myself. And that is my desire for you. So, today I invite you to consider your anger a magic red carpet, a flying red carpet that you can ride. You can ride towards what you want. You can ride through what's been holding you back. You can ride the energy of it into a place of momentum, of power, of energy. And if your MO has been to hurl it at other people, I invite you to do something different. If you have relationships where the anger works, great. I don't. Most of the people I know don't. So if that's problematic for you, or you wind up feeling guilty over it, push the pause button. Say stop. I'm in pain. And all I can do right now is express that pain at you in this way that is harsh and mean. And I don't want to do that. And so I'm going to walk away and I'm going to use this to do something constructive and productive. And after I've ridden this wave and sorted out what I need to know, then I will come back and talk to you. What if you tried that? And maybe nothing will come up today. Great. And when something does, have this in your hip pocket. Try it out. What have you got to lose? So I'm Julie Ling, inviting you to let your anger sing. Your anger sing in a way that is healthy and, oddly enough, nourishing. That's my desire and my invitation to you. Have a beautiful and blessed day.